Well, hello and welcome back to all my beautiful friends out there. We are here studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles. And here for me is Salt Spring Island, Canada. I'm out here in British Columbia. It is so beautiful. As much as I was enjoying the warm, really warm weather in Florida, I'm loving the crisp, cool mornings here. I get to take Delphi for walks in the most beautiful parks with the most giant trees. And last night, I had the wonderful good fortune to go see a show with my friend Liz and her husband. And it was a musical theater production, all original piece. And it was incredible. It was so wonderful to see the amount of talent and to hear the beautiful singing voices of everyone who participated in the show. It was such a nice feeling to be in a theater where so many people knew each other. And it just had that small town feeling and an appreciation for the arts, which was wonderful. So one of the things I experienced last night is related to this lesson. So I was feeling, every time I felt like I had to cough or sneeze or something, I remembered during COVID how scared people were to be around other people who were expressing these sick symptoms, right? So I think it gave me the great opportunity to switch positions, because back then during COVID, I was thinking, oh, my immune system is amazing. I never get sick, yada, yada, yada. Well, I'm experiencing something different right now. Although I don't call myself sick, I say that my body's having symptoms. I say that I'm not doing anything about it. And I'm allowing this detoxification process to happen. So that's how I believe. If I need to seek comfort, I'll grab some tea, put some honey in it, which helps soothe in a way. So it's nice. But it's my whole attitude about this. I'm not going to let myself feel sorry for myself, which is giving me the energy to continue to do life and enjoy myself here. I could say, oh no, I have a cold or I have this. And then there's a program that's related to that sort of plays out. Well, if I don't go into that, I feel fine, other than the fact that I have these like tickly throat, sneezy moments. So anyway, lesson 140, it's perfect for me today, as it's usually the case with these lessons, how they show up in my life. Only salvation can be said to cure. I'll give you the spoiler alert here. The issue is guilt. And the lesson goes in to explain this, but I want you to have that in your mind up front as we begin to unpack what Jesus is teaching us with this lesson, because it's sure to be triggering and it's going to put your ego on a little bit of a defensive, or a lot of a defensive. And you just have to roll with it and see what resonates with you and what lands, what you can take in and what you have to discard. But for me, I'm sticking with this idea that I am not sick. My body's experiencing symptoms, and it's some kind of a detoxification that's associated with the release of guilt in my consciousness. That's how I'm defining my experience right now. I know it sounds weird, but you get to see me in a way that mostly I'm not. I'm usually not stuffed up, coughing, sneezing, and all of that. So it's interesting for me to be living out this commitment of doing daily videos when I don't know if my throat can handle it, but I'm doing it. So here we go. Only salvation can be said to cure. Cure is a word that cannot be applied to any remedy the world accepts as beneficial. What the world perceives as therapeutic is but what will make the body better. When it tries to heal the mind, it sees no separation from the body where it thinks the mind exists. We do think that. We think the mind is inside the body. Usually we think of the brain, but that's okay. Its form of healing thus must substitute illusion for illusion. One belief in sickness takes another form, and so the patient now perceives himself as well. He is not healed. He merely had a dream that he was sick, another good point, and in the dream he found a magic formula to make him well. So we're dreaming the so-called sickness anyway, and then in the dream of the being sick, we find something to make us feel better. Yet he has not awakened from the dream, and so his mind remains exactly as it was before. He has not seen the light that would awaken him and end the dream. What difference does the content of a dream make in reality? One either sleeps or wakens. There is nothing in between. The happy dreams the Holy Spirit brings are different from the dreaming of the world, where one can merely dream he is awake. The dreams forgiveness lets the mind perceive do not induce another form of sleep, so that the dreamer dreams another dream. His happy dreams are heralds of the dawn of truth upon the mind. They lead from sleep to gentle waking, so that dreams are gone, and thus they cure for all eternity. Atonement heals with certainty and cures all sickness. For the mind which understands that sickness can be nothing but a dream is not deceived by forms the dream may take. Sickness where guilt is absent cannot come, for it is but another form of guilt. Atonement does not heal the sick, for that is not a cure. It takes away the guilt that makes the sickness possible, and that is cure indeed. For sickness now is gone, and nothing left to it, and nothing left to which it can return. Peace be to you who have been cured in God, and not in the idle dreams. For cure must come from holiness, and holiness cannot be found where sin is cherished. God abides in holy temples. He is barred where sin has entered. Yet there is no place where he is not, and therefore sin can have no home in which to hide from his beneficence. There is no place where holiness is not, and nowhere sin and sickness can abide. Just taking a moment, because I'm not sick, I'm just guilty. I love it. This is the thought that cures. It does not make distinctions among unrealities, nor does it seek to heal what is not sick, unmindful where the need for healing is. This is no magic. It is merely an appeal to truth, which cannot fail to heal and heal forever. It is not a thought that judges an illusion by its size, its seeming gravity, or anything that is related to the form it takes. It merely focuses on what it is and knows that no illusion can be real. Let us not try today to seek to cure what cannot suffer sickness. Healing must be sought but where it is, and then applied to what is sick so that it can be cured. There is no remedy the world provides that can effect a change in anything. The mind that brings illusions to the truth is really changed. There is no change but this, for how can one illusion differ from another but in attributes that have no substance, no reality, no core, and nothing that is truly different? Today we seek to change our minds about the source of sickness, for we seek a cure for all illusions, not another shift among them. We will try today to find the source of healing, which is in our minds because our Father placed it there for us. It is not farther from us than ourselves. It is as near to us as our own thoughts, so close it is impossible to lose. We need but seek it, and it must be found. We will not be misled today by what appears to us as sick. I love this. We go beyond appearances today and reach the source of healing from which nothing is exempt. We will succeed to the extent to which we realize that there can never be a meaningful distinction made between what is untrue and equally untrue. Here there are no degrees and no beliefs that what does not exist is truer in some forms than others. All of them are false and can be cured because they are not true. So do we lay aside our amulets, our charms and medicines, our chants and bits of magic in whatever form they take. We will be still and listen for the voice of healing, which will cure all ills as one, restoring saneness to the Son of God. No voice but this can cure. Today we hear a single voice which speaks to us of truth, where all illusions end and peace returns to the eternal, quiet home of God. We waken hearing him and let him speak to us 5 minutes as the day begins, and end the day by listening again 5 minutes more before we go to sleep. Our only preparation is to let our interfering thoughts be laid aside, not separately, but all of them as one. They are the same. We have no need to make them different and thus delay the time when we can hear our Father speak to us. We hear him now. We come to him today, with nothing in our hands to which we cling. With lifted hearts and listening minds we pray. Only salvation can be said to cure. Speak to us, Father, that we may be healed. And we will feel salvation cover us with soft protection and with peace so deep that no illusion can disturb our minds, nor offer proof to us that it is real. This we will learn today, and we will say our prayer for healing hourly, and take a minute as the hour strikes to hear the answer to our prayer be given us as we attend in silence and in joy. This is the day when healing comes to us. This is the day when separation ends and we remember who we really are. So I really like that Jesus uses the word we in this statement that we make. Speak to us, Father, that we may be healed. So it's just another sort of underlying enforcement of this word atonement, at one meant. We're all one, having separate experiences in our little dream that we're creating. And as we work through our guilt and releasing all the things that are blocking our energy field and blocking our awareness to love's presence, we move more onto that proper path and proper timeline of atonement, at-one-ment, and salvation. So this is a great one for me today, especially because I'm feeling these symptoms. But I really feel like, you guys, I have my mind right. Of course, people will recommend to me, have you tried this? Have you thought about this? Do you think you might have this? And I welcome that open-hearted, compassionate, loving gesture from a friend, of course. However, in my mind, I'm now really leaning onto this Course in Miracles understanding of what's happening, that my body can't be healed by anything that I put in or on my body, and that the source of all of my problems is my mind. I'm really clear with that. It's a little challenging to be out in the world amongst people and, like I said, coughing and sneezing and kind of having that feeling that people might be uncomfortable, or maybe that I shouldn't go out, or I don't know, right? There's all these things going on in my mind, but I'm aware that the whole entire thing from start to finish is in my mind, not actually in my body. And the more that I deal with whatever unconscious guilt remains in me, the better I'm going to feel. So cheers to all of you. Have a beautiful day. And if you're feeling slightly off in any way, do whatever you want to do to make your symptoms feel better. You deserve to give yourself relief, but know that the problems are in your mind, probably related to guilt that you may not be aware of. And the fact that you're having symptoms, I think, is showing you that it's time to work on it right now. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to push it out of the way. It's here for a reason. The timing is no accident. And our salvation is what's going to cure us. So enjoy this lesson today, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and bearing with me as I go through my experience. I love you all so much. Thanks for your support. And I'll see you back here on the next video.